Now, some people will say, well, when he's on, and when he's not on, it's all in his head. And I couldn't disagree more. What is causing the string of inconsistencies to go this long in A ball? Well, it looks like to me, Tyler, it's the inability to remain linear throughout the pitch. In other words, you'll probably hear someone say, well, he can't repeat his delivery. That's true, but what they mean, if they had not explained it, is your inability to remain linear throughout the pitch. Now, this is very tough to see with guys that are 6'6" and above. And the only reason I saw it is because I noticed a common problem with guys at 6'6" and above, and I was looking for it. So let's take a look at Burlington 2006. I'm sorry, Burlington 2010. You had a really, really good year, threw the ball well, obviously, it looks like, and you did a really good job of staying behind the baseball, okay? But as we go further, look at how you spin off the baseball at the very end. And not to become too mechanical, but I want you to see right as this hip starts to fire, already you're starting to spin off the baseball and kind of start drifting toward first base. Now, everybody's going to talk about, well, it's his front shoulder, it's his front shoulder. Yes, that's what's obvious. But what's not obvious is what's causing the front shoulder to fly open, and it's that glove. Your shoulder, Tyler, will always follow that glove. Your chest will always follow that glove. The direction in which you throw the baseball will always follow that glove. Now, if you're 6'1", it's true too, but it really won't matter much. But when you're 6'7", the least amount of movement you have going away from home plate is going to cause a big problem. Think about it. A large ship is controlled by an oar. I can barely move the oar, and it'll take the ship in a totally different direction. Okay? Well, why is the glove doing that? Well, you like to tuck it. And a lot of times, you may throw well with it. You'll have flashes where you're on, and it's not a big problem. So there are times that you throw well even though you tuck it. But we don't want that glove going back to the chest. We want the chest to go out to the glove. Watch what happens here. As this glove goes down, that shoulder starts to spin toward first base. And now technically you're off the pitch. Granted, a lot of big league guys do it and it's not a problem. But when you're 6'7" and your body works as long as yours does, pulling off with that glove can be a problem. The thing that I want to encourage you with and remind you on is I don't want to bring the glove back to my chest. I want to take my chest out to my glove. Why? Number one, my front shoulder stays closed. Number two, I create what we call perceived velocity. Every foot, every 12 inches that I'm closer to home plate creates a 3-mile-per-hour illusion to the hitter. So why is the glove trying to move out of the way? What's causing the glove to move? The human arm, Tyler, will only travel at its fastest speed for 4 inches. That's it, 4 inches. Well, what happens is you try to create arm speed in the backside of the throw. After that 4 inches is already taken over, your arm starts to slow down. Okay? We want you to get out front. And once we get out front, the 4 inches will kick in from there. And as a result, the baseball comes out of my hand while my arm is traveling its fastest speed. Right now, if we can measure it, you'll see that your arm travels faster in the back than it does on the front. So how does that result to the glove pulling? Well, when you jerk and try to get out of the way to try to create velocity, something's got to move. Something's got to pull to create momentum. And that's what you do in the back, which causes a huge problem on the front. There's a big difference, Tyler, in guys that throw hard and guys that try to throw hard. A guy who's only 6'1" or shorter that throws 95, 96, it's a lot of times max effort because it has to be. There's no leverage. There's no fulcrum. At 6'7", you don't use arm speed. You have leverage. That's why your 95, 96 looks like you're just playing catch. So how do we solve this whole thing? Very simple. Don't do anything on the back side of the throw. Do everything on the front side. What I use in the back, I'm going to lose in the front. As a result, my glove will remain over my front foot when I go to throw a baseball. If that glove gets on the other side of my foot, I'm in trouble. okay? So we want you to be able to use less energy, but maximize your velocity, which in turn will develop a consistent release point.